Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you things I stopped doing and found peace. Number one, lending money. You know, I used to lend money a lot, but the more I lent money, the more enemies I made. So I said, I'm not going to lend any money anymore. So I no longer lend money, and I've found peace with that because the number of enemies I was making on payback time were they were taking all my peace. So I decided no more lending money. If I can't give it to you for good, I will not lend. I used to lend money like to my friends, my family, but the more money I lent, the more enemies I made, especially on payback time. So I stopped lending money. Number two, watching news. I stopped watching news because the news I was watching was very devastating. Like all the news on TV is just the next source of anxiety for me. So I stopped watching news. I stopped watching TV. So I find peace when I'm not watching. Not that things are not happening, things are happening, bad things are happening, but at least I'm not consuming them in real time. Number three, neglecting my health. You know, I used to eat anyhow, not exercise, but at one point I realized that, like, especially after having children, you find that your body is not the same anymore. So you have to do some things to like put it back in shape, like exercising, like eating a balanced diet. Like you cannot like do away with all of them at once, but you can slowly reduce the amount of toxic stuff you're like using. For example, if you're using like this store-bought cleaning products, you can decide to make your own cleaning product, or you can try to use natural products to clean your home. If you're drinking soda, maybe you can now say, now I'm going to start drinking water. Maybe if you've been drinking processed juice, you can say, now I'm going to make my juice at home. If you cannot make it, I'm going to like drink water. Like small simple things like that. If you've been using fragrance in your clothes, like to like the detergent, you can decide to do maybe without fragrance. Like slowly by slowly you cut back on the toxic products in your home. So in that, like, after some time you'll notice that your overall health is like improving, you're making better choices. Yeah. Number four, overthinking. Discipline your thoughts. Stop overthinking. Live in the present. The future is not yet here. Yes, I'm not saying don't plan for your retirement or for your future plans. Do so, but live in the present. Like, and the past already passed. The best you can do is to seek therapy about it if it was so bad for you, or maybe talk to a friend or a counselor or anybody you feel comfortable with, but live in the present, at least for the betterment of, like, for our mental health, for the health of our families, and like our well-being in general. You have to stop overthinking and live in the present and work on you, for you, not for anybody else. Number five, being around people that drain my energy. I stopped being around people that drain my energy. Like, we have people in our lives that 90% of what they say to you or of what they do to you is negative, and we call them our friends. Those are bad friends. You don't need them. So I did away with all the bad people, all the negative people. Those ones who tell you all the wrong things about you and never one right thing about you. If you want to protect your peace, especially if those things are affecting your well-being, for example, if they're affecting your esteem, your self-esteem is so low because of what someone told you at school, what your friend told you, what your friend has always told you, especially if it's a bad thing. So for me, like, they have always talked about many things, but one thing that keeps coming is my voice. I know my voice is not the best, but you don't have to keep telling me my voice, my voice, my voice, my voice, especially if you're my friend, right? I know it. I know that my voice is not the best. But I had this friend who always told me, "Oh my God, how do you talk? What's wrong with your voice? What's wrong with your voice?" Like, you've been my friend for many years. You know my voice is like that. So why do you keep saying my voice, my voice, my voice? That one, I kicked her to the curb. You kick them out. and you will find peace. Even you will even get a chance to create, to make to make new friends who are even better, who will make you better, who will make you happy, right? So negative friends, negative family members, to the curb, right? 6, things I stopped doing: forgive and forget. You know that thing they say, forgive and forget. uh, it doesn't sit well with me. Forgive and forget, like, I feel like you're forcing me to do something. I can still move on without forgiving and without forgetting. Unless it's only me, but me, I can move on without forgiving you and without forgetting you. Why would I even forget you? So that you come back and do something else, and then I say, like, oh my God, this one did it the other time. No, I must not forget you, because I don't want you to come near me again and do the same thing. That's why I don't forget you. So many people say forgive and forget for yourself. No, for me, I don't forget. I don't. And I've found peace in, I know how to move on without forgetting you. I don't have to forget you to move on. I can just click next and I'm gone. And I feel like when people are talking to you, when you have like an issue or a problem with someone, people are quick to say, oh, forgive, forgive. Why don't you go and tell the other person to not do that thing? Like, for you, they keep telling you to forgive, forgive. I've learned how to move on without forgiving you or even forgetting you. I just click next, right? So for me, that's what I do. I don't like necessarily to do the forgive and forget thing. Number 7, going back to your trauma. I stopped going back to my trauma. This is a hard one, because some traumas are like, have been there since you're born until you are an adult, until even now as a big woman, a big grown-up man. But there's some things that can help you, that you can go to therapy if you can afford it. You can speak to a counselor. That is, if I can afford it. Those people are also expensive. I don't know why. Then you can speak to a friend, a trusted one. Not many friends are very trusted. You can have like 1 or 2 friends that you trust, and speak to them, and they will help you relieve that burden. And you can also read some books. There are books about trauma. You can read them, and that's a cheaper way of going to therapy, because most of those books are written by therapists and counselors and psychologists. So that's a cheaper way, because a book is just $30, and in some libraries you can even borrow it and take it back without having to pay for it. So find a way that will heal your trauma. Otherwise, you will pass it on to the next generation, which is not good. I always say to myself, I am safe now, and it is helping me move on. Number 8, keeping toxic people in my life. I stopped doing that and found peace. Even if the toxic person is your relative, is your mother, is your father, is your friend, is your best friend, kick them out. You'll find peace. And sometimes we are too close to some people to not even notice that this person is being toxic. But if someone is always saying negative things to you or about you, or anything like you say or you suggest, like they come off with that negative thing of what will come out. What if you do this? So if you do that, that one will, this is going to happen. If you do that, this is going to happen. Like, it's always even if you seek their counsel, it's, they always be like, like, I'm not saying like everything you're saying is right, but like, use discernment. Like, if you've told them 10 things and all the 10 are wrong, everything you think about is just wrong. Or can't you ever think of a positive thing? Like discern your thoughts and know, is this really, am I that bad, or is this person just toxic? And maybe talk to some other person, like someone else, and see, compare their notes. Like, what is this one saying about this one? Like, I know, and I'm saying this, but it's easier said than done. It's very hard to kick out toxic people, especially if they are like your family. But the peace you get after doing that, you'll be like, oh my God, you'll be like, it will be like a weight lifted off your back. It will be like a weight lifted off your back, and you'll find peace, and they will start to respect your boundaries. Yeah, especially if you're like family, they will come back and they will be a new person. They will not start doing that think those bad things they were doing to you, like taking you for granted, like looking down on you, like not thinking that your feelings matter. Like they just do things because for your family you will forgive. You know, they have that thing of for you, your friend. She's my friend. She'll forgive. You know, family is family. Blood is thicker than water. Let me tell you, many people are in therapy because of that statement. Blood is thicker than water. Because the ones that did them very bad, it's their blood. So if you can, keep the toxic people out of your life. Number 9, things I stopped doing and found peace. Number 9, not accepting myself. This is what I mean. I found that once I accepted my life the way I am, like my faults, the way I look, the way I speak, the way, like my faults and my insecurities, the more I accepted them, is the more I became grounded in who I am. This is what, for example, my voice. Some other people, my accent. They're like, your accent is heavy. Yes, it is heavy because that is how I speak. Some other people, you don't look good. Like, I cannot do something about that, right? You know, all of us have those insecurities. You have a big head, you have that ugly voice, you have, you know, but the more I accept that my voice will never change, the more I accepted that this is my accent, the more I accepted that this is my head, like the more I accepted that this is my face, it was not going to change even if I do what. I'm more grounded and I'm more prepared for the storms of life. For example, now you cannot tell me, if you tell me you have a big head or you're ugly, it doesn't really bother me. It's not on me, it's on you. Some people find me cute, some people find me beautiful. I don't know for you if you find me ugly, and I'm not sure I also find you cute. So it doesn't itch me. You get what I mean? Like, you like my voice. You say your voice is na 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 na. Yes, my voice is na 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 because it's my voice. I cannot sound like you. It used to bother me a lot, especially my voice, but now I've come to accept it the way I am. This is my voice. That is why I'm even speaking on camera right now. I've taken like years of I'm wanting to do this, like to speak, to make these videos. It has taken me like 5 years to gather this courage. So now when you tell me that your things are not good, I'm like, okay, next, maybe I'll get someone who will like them. Yeah. So I have accepted my insecurities, my faults, my everything. And it's making me better. And I've found peace in that as well. Now, last but not least, comparing yourself to others. This is kind of a hard one because all the time you're comparing. And with the coming of this social media, everyone wants to compare. You see, this one is on vacation. You're like, mama, these ones have money. You see, this one has a new dress. You see, this one has a better phone. You see, this one's kids are like that. You're like, oh, my kids should be like that as well. This one's kids are wearing this one. Stop comparing your life to others. You're you and they're them. And besides, on this internet app of ours, these apps, people show their highlights. They don't show their real life. They show the highlights of what they want to show you. For example, me, I'm only showing you this video because this is what I want you to see. So stop comparing yourself with people who are showing you their highlights. You don't know what they do behind closed doors. You don't know what is in their bank accounts. You don't know. Some of them even cry before they make that video. And maybe for you, that is not the case for you. So don't compare. Just accept your life and you will find peace. Like, accept that if someone has a good thing, appreciate. Say, oh, wow, she has a good thing. He has a good thing. Yeah, it's nice. Good for them. Yeah, accept that. And if someone is better than you, accept that this person is better than me. It will give you peace. Stop trying to say, oh, but this thing about him is bad. This thing, he's good, but she's cute, but no, she's cute. Like, stop there. Don't say she's cute, but oh, she has money, but no, her career is good, but what? Keep the but to yourself. Stop comparing. Your time is going to come. And even if it doesn't come, her path is not your path. Like, you're two different people. Why do you want to be the same as her or as him? Yeah, so stop comparing and you'll find peace. If you find this video helpful, subscribe. If you like it so much, share it to a friend. And thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.